let us discuss equipotential surfaces. You know about electric potential. So a surface with equal potential at its each point is called equipotential surface. Adjacent points with the same electric potential form an equipotential surface which may be an imaginary surface or a real physical surface. If we consider 2 points on an equipotential surface, then no work is done by the electric field on a charged particle in moving it from one point to the other on the equipotential surface. It is because potential difference between any 2 points on an equipotential surface is 0. You know Vf minus Vi, it is equal to minus W upon Q. On an equipotential surface, at points I and F, Vi is equal to Va. So this implies 0 is equal to minus W upon Q, that is W is equal to 0. Means no work is done by an electric field on a charged particle in moving it from one point to other on an equipotential surface. Moreover, equipotential surface, they are always perpendicular to electric field lines. And you know, electric field, it is tangential to electric field lines. This means equipotential surface, they are always perpendicular to electric field vectors. Equipotential surfaces are always perpendicular to electric field lines, and hence to E vectors. Say it is an equipotential surface. In general, equipotential surface, it may be curved surface. So say this is an equipotential surface, and at this point on equipotential surface, if possible, let us assume electric field, it is not perpendicular, it is say in this direction. At angle theta with the perpendicular to equipotential surface. So here we have two components of E vector, E cos theta, it is perpendicular to the surface, and E sin theta, tangential to the surface. Now because of this component, tangential component, work has to be done by electric field in moving a charged particle from one point to the other on equipotential surface. But we know that no work is done in moving a charged particle from point one to point other on an equipotential surface by an electric field. So this means this component E sin theta, tangential component of electric field, it should be 0. If possible, let us assume electric field, it is not perpendicular to the surface, it is in a direction at angle theta with the perpendicular. Then it can be resolved into two components, E cos theta perpendicular to the surface and E sin theta tangential to the surface. As no work is done by the electric field in moving a charged particle from one point to other on an equipotential surface, if we consider 2 points, at this point, here there is a charged particle and we move it to this point, then work has to be done because of this tangential component. But we know work done by electric field in moving a charged particle from one point to other on an equipotential surface is 0. This means E sin theta should be 0. That is sin theta, it should be 0. That is theta is equal to 0. This implies E has to be perpendicular to the equipotential surface at each point. So equipotential surfaces, they are always perpendicular to electric field lines, that is electric field vectors. Now let us draw equipotential surfaces. Number 1, in case of a point charge, say this is a point charge, positive or negative. So because of symmetry, equipotential surfaces, in this case they are concentric spherical surfaces, like this. This is surface number 1. So surface 1, 2, 3. These are spherical surfaces. On surface 1, potential it is same, say it is V1. On surface 2, potential is V2, and at each point on surface 3, say potential is V3. So in this case, equipotential surfaces are concentric spherical surfaces. If there is spherical charge distribution, in place of point charge, there is spherical charge distribution. In that case also, equipotential surfaces, they are concentric spheres. Here we can also draw electric field lines. Say this is positive charge. Then you know electric field lines we can draw. These are radially outward. Like this. So here you see equipotential surfaces, they are normal to electric field vectors. In case of negative point charge electric field, points radially inverse, and equipotential surfaces, they are concentric spheres as shown. In case of an electric dipole, equipotential surfaces we can draw. So see, this is minus Q charge and this is plus Q charge. Of course they are very close. So let us draw equipotential surfaces in this case. So here you know electric field lines you can draw. Here equipotential surfaces first we draw. So these are like this. If there is only one charge, then you know equipotential surface they are spherical. So here some distortion is there because of presence of this charge, and it is like this. This is one surface. This is now so here you can see these are equipotential surfaces, and one more equipotential surface. It is equatorial plane itself. You can draw more equipotential surfaces like this. So here you can see centers of these spheres, they shift away from this charge. Similarly here, centers, they shift away from this charge. You can also draw here electric field lines. You know already electric field lines. They start from positive charge and end at negative charge. Here you can draw like this. Keep in mind, you should draw equipotential surfaces in such a manner that they are always perpendicular to electric field lines, that is electric field vectors. In case of two identical, in case of two identical charges, say positive charges, plus Q charge, this is plus Q charge. So here we can draw equipotential surfaces. Say this is surface 1. Another surface here, centers of these spherical surfaces, they shift towards each other. Here you can see potential due to this positive charge, due to this surface it becomes like this. You can also draw here electric field lines. You know, electric field lines, here they are in like this. Like this. Remember, the equipotential surfaces, they are in 3 dimensions. Here we are showing only sections. Next, in case of uniform electric field, in case of uniform electric field, say in a region field is uniform, let us draw electric field lines. These are unidirectional equispaced electric field lines representing a uniform electric field. Now let us draw here equipotential surface. You know, electric field lines and equipotential surfaces, they are perpendicular to each other. So here we can draw surfaces like this. This is one surface. You can draw another surface. This is second surface. One more surface you can draw. So here these are equipotential surfaces, and you can see they are planes parallel to each other, and these planes are perpendicular to electric field lines. So in case of uniform electric field, equipotential surfaces are planes perpendicular to electric field. We can also denote this figure like this. For simplicity, we draw simply